It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Tell him, Canada Dry.
I think I know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. Is it time for DAD? Dynamite After Dark?
It is. Hit it.
We're clear for takeoff.
That's all systems go. We need that AFW logo up. Stat.
You're watching the AFW Network.
I want to know. Do you want to know?
I want to know. Kaboom! And welcome to another edition of the Dynamite After Dark, baby. Yeah, I am, of course, one of your many hosts that are appear on the show. I am most likely the moderator, giving you auditory orgasms with my beautiful, sexy voice. I am Lights, Camera, JFB. James from Boston.
And I don't know if you know this. I don't know. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't. But I am the patron saint of professional wrestling. I am that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm Canada effing dry, baby. And I want to give a shout out to my good friend. He's got the worst takes in the business. Bad Take Cade.
Okay.
And this guy down here.
Yeah.
Tell him who you are.
This guy right here. All I know is he's our grizzly bear grumposaurus today. Little inside baseball. Before the pod starts, we talk. Anyways, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Y'all know me. I'm the EVP of everything AFW. It's EVP Joe. How are we doing tonight, gentlemen?
Good.
Good.
And number 9 in your program, number 1 in your hearts, is coming from the bullpen to start today. Showtime Shane. There he is, Showtime Shane. He's got the hacky sack going.
I got to give a quick shout out to the Vancouver Canadians, which is a Toronto Blue Jays affiliate.
You're an affiliate today.
I did game 2 of I think it's considered the Northwest AAA Ball League championships right now. Unfortunately, they're down 1-0. So either way, hopefully they win tonight. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think it is Eugene they are playing in the playoffs, and they go back to
what city are they playing?
I think it's Eugene, Washington. I can't remember. I thought it was that.
Eugene, Washington has a team. Yeah. When we go to these hick towns,
dude,
they always have the AAA teams and the minor league teams in little towns. Like I'm here in Maryland, and half hour from me is the Wilmington Blue Rocks, and they've been affiliates of both the Red Sox and the Royals, but now they're the affiliates of the Washington Nationals.
Yeah.
Do you remember in Richard Pryor's movie, The Hackensack Bulls?
Yes.
Well, yeah. But look at even the Western Hockey League, though, where the Vancouver Giants played. A lot of those teams at the Washington State are like Tri-Cities. Like, there's a lot of towns that nobody's ever heard of from Washington State. Silverton, Everett.
Yeah.
California Pops.
We have a minor league team here in Nashville, the Nashville Sounds. They are the AAA affiliate for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Nice.
I will never understand geographies of AAA, AA teams.
It doesn't make sense.
Most of them
really
are
needs
nowhere near each other.
Do you know who really needs farm teams? Is football and football and basketball.
Nah. You know what the farm league is for football?
I know, but
College. I was like, that's the NCAA.
No,
That's
but imagine having to be able to say the XFL being the farm team for.
kind of becoming that way. Yeah. It's not officially, but in ways, just like the CFL in ways. Don't forget Nathan Rourke just had his trial with the Jacksonville Jaguars and other NFL teams. Now he's back with the BC Lions after a couple attempts up down south, I should say, for NFL teams.
I'm going to say it's XFL trivia. If you could tell me the name of the player, you'll get 2 bonus points for tonight. He used the name He Hate Me.
I only know him as He Hate Me.
Ron, it's Ron something or other.
You're close.
Unfortunately, I do know that he unfortunately passed away and his jersey was involved in his suicide.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like this. Let's move away.
Yeah.
Let's float on downstream.
Rod Smart. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Rod Smart. All right. Anyways, my God, you know what?
We could talk about some embarrassing football stuff real quick. We can talk about Shannon Sharp.
Oh, and Ron Truth.
Did you hear what happened, JFB?
No, what happened with Shannon Smart?
So Shannon Sharp was having some relations with a lady, and he says he was hacked because he went live on Instagram Live.
Oh, sex.
And R-Truth was on there saying, like, I don't know if this is PG.
There we go. It's wrestling related. There we go. Who is Sharp play for?
I love
Ron Truth was dropping all sorts of hilarious comments as it was going on during the live stream. Like, there's a big rip.
He's like, I hear him grunting.
Yeah.
So who did Sharp play for?
Shannon Sharp played for Denver, Baltimore. He won the Super Bowl in Baltimore in 2000. I think he won the Super Bowl.
So he's retired now.
He also played in.
Yeah.
He played in Green Bay.
No, that was his brother.
Oh, that was his brother. That's right.
Darren Sharper.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
He shouldn't be talked about. He's a very bad boy.
Yeah. Well, hey.
This guy's not so good either.
he's never committed a double homicide.
Darren Sharper was found guilty of drugging a lot time.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's come on downstream.
This has become the darkest beginning of
our True Crime Edition.
Why does every sort of road we go down here end up at like something
and
bad?
it's all football related too. That's the worst thing.
It's 2024. That's what it is.
We start talking about like say something like Jello pudding pop. Nothing wrong would go wrong with that, right?
Yeah, you're right. Nothing could go wrong with pudding pops from Jello. Yeah.
No, like you're going to tell me that there's any sort of person that's affiliated with this stuff, right?
Hey, how about those Weinstein Productions?
Weinstein Productions? No. Oh, swim downstream!
We're swimming upstream. Hey, anybody. So, anyways, we're removed a few days ago from I thought was probably one of the best pay-per-views of the year.
Yeah.
It was All Out. So we come to Dynamite. We're in Lexington, Kentucky.
On 9/11.
On 9/11. Yes, on 9/11. For those who have lost friends and family in the terror attacks, we bless you and we hold you dear to our hearts. So it is it was a world tragedy is what it was. So we opened
Loose Change. Do you ever watch the documentary Loose Change?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. There's a great book that I read about this guy who was a blind guy, and he had a guide dog and was in the North Tower on the 68th floor. Mm-hmm. And when this building started shaking, he started going down, and they were kind of blocked, and everybody was panicking. And he said, "Don't worry, I'm blind, but I have a guide dog, and he will guide us out." And sure enough, that dog did moments before the tower collapsed.
Oh. That dog is a freaking hero.
It is. He's written 2 autobiographies about him and the dog. The dog's been on TV. He's been interviewed. The dog is just freaking.
I mean, he's dead now. It's a long time ago.
Yeah. So anyway,
oh no, the dog even dies at the end of the story.
Oh God!
There's a bad news too.
All right, let's go to our
David Letterman.
We start off with Moxley after beating Danielson. He's sitting in the parking lot. He said they were supposed to build something, and he can only see egos out of control. Mox is the one true king. He proclaimed it. I mean, and if you proclaim it, technically you're it. So he tried Danielson's way, didn't work. And tonight, and for the rest of until this character dissipates and he goes into being a babyface again, he chooses war above everything else. Canada Dry, your thoughts on this riveting interview?
I had my food in the microwave at this point. I'm standing there. My microwave's beeping. Beep, beep, beep. And I'm like, oh, shit. My food's ready, but Moxley's talking, so I got to wait.
Yeah.
My food is getting cold because of John Moxley's promo.
Yeah.
But it was worth it.
I just put it on for another 10 seconds, but that's not the point. So, like, this promo, it sets something up. It makes me feel like BCC is no more. Something new is here.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not BCC no more.
Yeah. Maybe they should call themselves the Bastards. Says Pac is apparently involved with this.
Yeah.
It could be more.
Well,
I don't think they'll be the Bastard because John Moxley's the leader. He's the king.
Yeah.
The king in his bastard court. Showtime, Shane. Throw us a no-hit.
I've been loving the darkness and the leading up. And I'll get into that at a different time, but just the whole darkness to it, just the element. It was like almost the original promos of Mox leading up to before he got officially signed to AEW, when he was releasing his own personal vignettes. Like, it's starting to feel like that character's coming out. And again, they keep referencing it, but it just does feel like this romper stomper like group.
Yeah.
Minus the Nazi inspiration, mind you. But it just feels, because especially that night where, like I said a few days ago, and Claudio came up that white shirt too, and you saw that match in Moxley, there was no logos, no nothing. Like, this just feels like something to a movement.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling there's going to be more and more. They're not going to have logo clothing. This is just going to be either black and white T-shirts, either way, with military-like pants from now on in their promos and all that.
Yeah, I can see it. Joe.
I love this cold open to the show. Like, it was it was brilliant because it sets the tone for this new group, but also it's like it addresses. It's just a flow from the pay-per-view into this. It's seamless.
Yeah,
and I am really interested to see what happens.
Yeah,
like this promo got me excited because it seems like everything that we've seen before this has now been flipped on its head.
Yeah.
Clearly he's not going to be aligning with the Elite because he thinks the Elite are part of the problem as well.
Yeah.
Like,
let me just say this, that I'm enjoying heel John Moxley.
Oh yeah. It's long.
And let me just say that I don't like these wishy-washy tweeners.
Yeah.
Either you're hot or you're cold. If you're lukewarm, I'm going to spew you out of my mouth.
But now we get weird. We got so many heel groups now. When we include this one, and if they're supposed to be the anti-elite, well, the Elite is also a major heel group. So this is going to start getting confusing down the road.
But, like, what we'll talk about this a little later, but
yeah,
there's more to talk to when Darby gets in the ring, right?
I'll say,
Yeah.
And like I said before, I know it sucks for the AEW tag team division, but the Lucha Brothers leaving is the best thing for Pac. Because much like this.
More so now that we see you were saying this before he was part of this major group. So now it's even more so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I mean, Moxley knows. I love this Moxley persona. I like it because I think it's a dash of just a little bit of stuff. I think it's a dash of the stuff he was doing in New Japan, which led up to AEW. I think Romper Stomper. I think, John Moxley when he was in WWE right after he left, right after he left the Shield. He had that little swagger to him as well before WWE eventually beat it out of him. Yeah. So I think
he's trying to steal your gimmick.
Patriot Totem. I don't think.
How many luchas are there? El Shotamo, it feels like that's slanderous.
We'll be.
I just find it funny that Matthew's trying to be patriotic, but his name is Spanish.
Build the wall.
Hey, maybe he's trying to be the El Presidente.
Darby, Tony Hawk's his way in the back towards the locker rooms. We go to Shivani. He's going to interview my father. He's all our fathers. I'm talking about Christian Cage. He comes out. He says, Nick says the word on the street is that he has an aura about him, electricity, something about him. A little zha-zha, as Pat Patterson would say.
I thought for sure Christian was going to say Riz.
He's gonna now.
Yeah, he accused the Trios championships of being stolen. But then he said when Kill Switch had me in the choke slam, I could see in his eyes and the light bulbs went on. And I thought that was a brilliant line. And then, of course, the crowd kicks in with Luchasaurus, and he starts covering his ears like he doesn't want to hear it, like a petulant little child. And then basically says that he's going to beat Bryan Danielson so bad that Brie is going to get CTE. Listen, as someone who probably has it,
me too.
That was great. I was like, that was freaking brilliant. Canada Dry with your hat backwards. You look like Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit. Lay it on me, bro.
Yo, listen. You want to put your hat backwards too? You're allowed. You're allowed. Showtime. You can put your hat backwards.
No, I wasn't going to put it. I was backwards. I was going to actually go like this. I was going to go this way.
No, but this is great. He's honoring Killswitch finally.
Yeah.
I don't want him to see him go back to Luchasaurus anytime soon.
No, he didn't do it.
There's no point. There's no jump to go back to. What's the point?
No, he should stay Killswitch.
And not with that costume either.
Yeah, so great promo.
All right, Shane.
Oh, dude. And once again, just like from like almost near day one when Christian flipped the switch and he started doing these promos for the post press conferences on pay-per-views.
Yeah.
His whole darkness is just getting better and better. And well, I'll get into more thing, but then again, this is now another problem. Another heel faction. And then now it's also kind of still confused what's going to happen with speaking of the trios titles, what's going on there because of what we saw a few days ago with sort of the trios champions sort of fighting each other in the ring.
Yeah.
So there's a whole lot of confusion with all these heel groups right now. But once again, you got two sinister men back to back, and different type of sinister men. This is what makes it beautiful. They don't play off each other. They're two different actual groups, which is what makes it nice. Even though I'm mentioning
back in the WWF, all the heels would work together.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah. But then again, For a while,
Let's beat him up.
Christian was working with the Elite, so there was kind of that. So, but anyway, yeah. So no, but another amazing promo from Christian once again.
Hell yeah, Joe.
This could have been an email. Like, it didn't really further anything. It didn't.
Grumpy Joe. I tell you,
didn't do anything. I'm like, like it didn't get me excited.
Yeah.
They didn't set forth no agenda. It's just this casual. Oh, I'll cash in at something. Well, when say like, or set something else up. Do something like.
Yeah.
I don't need Christian to come out every week saying I'm going to be the world champion.
Hey, just like Chris Jericho has his couple minutes on TV every day, Christian needs a spot on TV every day.
TV time with Christian.
Yeah.
TV time with Christian.
Speaking of championships.
Yeah.
In the AFW Prediction League.
Yeah.
You know the DTW Championship?
Yeah.
So guess what?
What?
It is no longer the DTW Championship.
What the hell is it called now?
It is called the Kill City Championship in honor of our good buddies at the Kill City Cup. It is going to be our version of the hardcore title.
Okay. I am not disagreeing as a former DTW champion. I say this is okay.
I'm gonna get a nice design inspired by Luke Roberts.
Awesome.
We're gonna see what we come up with.
I gotta put this on it.
Yeah, Shane, what'd you do it for? Why?
Shane killed WCW.
You know what? After I personally was at New Blood Rising in Vancouver, I'm not lying, not a word of a lie. I was there myself and saw the JD Bagwell in the forklift match. I figured, you know what? Enough of this nonsense. This company's got to die today. Thanks for wasting my time and money.
Pissing on the grave. Can't believe it.
Shane killed WCW.
I wish we could make that shirt, but we can't because WCW is owned by.
I mean,
I think it may be talking about a different Shane, but let's just go with it.
I mean, in all honesty,
yeah, that's right. we would have figured it out.
They don't own the name WCW. It could mean anything. We could put little dots after each letter. I mean, that changes it.
Shane killed.
In kayfabe, Shane did. He's the one who failed the invasion massively.
Shane killed Woman Crush Wednesday.
We go in the back with Renee. She's with Don Callis and Will Ospreay. He wants Ospreay and Fletcher to win the tag belts, enter in the Gauntlet match, and win the tag belts. He says Ospreay owes him one. Ospreay says, yeah. And then as they're leaving, Takeshita decides to stir him down, which I thought was kind of interesting because, in all honesty, let's just predict here. Let's be prognosticators. By a show of hands, who thinks that Kyle Fletcher is going to turn on Ospreay at some point?
I think so.
I don't know.
Is that 50-50? I don't know.
I think it's the other way around.
Dead to me.
I think those two are going to turn on Callis eventually and Takeshita.
I don't think Takeshita is going to turn. I feel like Takeshita, he feels like he should be. Well, why are you looking over me? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, but why drink?
He definitely had that look on his face.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He looked pissed that he was getting.
Nothing against Kyle Fletcher, okay, but why are you going to saddle him and handcuff him to Ospreay when Ospreay is clearly in position to be a singles champion?
United Kingdom factor, or what was it? Or the old group, and
it doesn't make sense. It just
they're not going to beat the Bucks if they win this eliminator.
But don't forget, what's his face is eventually coming back. Fletcher's main tag partner too, so that's simple.
Yeah, but football, it makes sense. You want to handcuff a wide receiver to your quarterback of the same team. I mean, that's just how winners win. But handcuffing him to Ospreay doesn't make sense. I mean, I get it. It would be really cool to see the United Empire. But again, There's like 5 other members of the United Empire that are not in AEW. So you can't call them the United Empire.
Remember when Sammy Guevara was part of it?
Anyways, anybody else want to add anything to this? No? Okay. 2 of you are dead to me. Not
Whoa.
not raising your hand.
I don't know. I really hadn't thought about if anyone's going to turn on anyone, to be honest.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about it yet.
A good wrestling fan thinks all the time, my friend.
Personally, I'd be perfectly fine if the Don Callis family just doesn't exist anymore. Doesn't really serve a purpose.
I agree.
Yeah, without Kenny Omega kind of being the main guy to go against them.
I got a new theory down the line, but we might have to share maybe in a little bit later on the show.
Okay.
No, stop making your dumb theories when it happens, Shane. I don't like it.
Well, okay, I'll get it over the way now. I think Callis is going to eventually join with the Bucks somehow. Back, they were the mortal enemies a long time ago. And now I think they're going to join just because of their hatred for Kenny. When Kenny eventually comes back, this could be the key to go after Kenny.
I don't want Callis anywhere near the Elite.
No.
Well, I mean, I don't want to see 2.0 of that.
I think the Callis family's really been struggling to be relevant since Kenny Omega got injured.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, not just that. He got injured. Powerhouse Hobbs is injured.
And then Sammy Guevara got in trouble, so he left, and they want to turn him face again.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Let's go to our first match. That's right. We have gone through this much before we get to our first match, which is Jack Perry versus Lio Rush. Here's some of my notes. Here comes the short bus, the scapegoat bus. I still don't like Lio Rush. I've never been heavy on Lio Rush during any of his runs in any promotion, including a bingo hall in Saskatchewan. It doesn't. I don't care. Like, he doesn't do anything for me. Perry doesn't wait. He rushes Lio Rush. How much rush could Lio Rush if Lio Rush could rush?
Rush should get to play to the ring by Rush.
Yes. I agree with that.
Give me some Tom Sawyer, please. Just put it on.
Oh, yeah. Tom Sawyer. For some, why is Action? I mean, so Action Andretti is on the side. F you, Action Andretti. You haven't done squat since you beat Jericho. You are so horrible. Using the term jobber doesn't seem to justify.
Hey, he could drink a water really quickly and crush it with his mouth.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? He reminds me of the famous Andretti family. Marco Andretti was like the Stein of Mike, and he really was a jobber in the Indy Racing League. That's what Action Andretti reminds me of.
Yeah, exactly. Rush gave him actually a pretty decent match. I really wish that Jack Perry would have just punt kicked Action Andretti out of the ring, but he was kicked out of the ring anyways. But Jack Perry retains. He is still your TNT champion. Canada Dry. Huh?
Was this a title match?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was. Yeah, I thought they said it a few times here.
No.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I think Jack Perry
they didn't really portray it like it was.
I think Jack Perry tried to do this so-called open challenge or something with the way his last promo was a few days ago. It kind of almost.
So, they when I was a kid, they used that short bus to scare me. They used to say, Canada Dry, you don't fly right, that's you. See that kid looking in the window? That's going to be you. So I got right back to work. I was doing my schoolwork. And I'll tell you, I didn't lick any windows that year. Yeah.
Well, let's just say I actually had to physically ride the short bus because I was.
You rode the short bus. You were the guy that saw in the window. Holy shit, it's you.
I was not allowed to actually go to my local school in my neighborhood at my age because I was a troublemaker. So yeah, there was like the only bus to take me to school that would allow me, even at a young age, was a short bus. Yeah, that wasn't too fun.
You look at that window scared me straight. So thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Canada Dry, your thoughts on the first match?
It was a good match. I like you. I'm not a fan of this Lio Rush. Like he's got some moves, but like this boy needs to put on some eat some meat and potatoes. Maybe lift a few barbells because guys, you can see his ribs.
All right, Shane, your thoughts.
Yeah, it's funny how you're talking about it. Like, he's always bored me. I even remember, like, 5-6 years ago at a live WWE event when he was Lashley's manager. Yeah, I was like, and I had front row. I was just twerping. I'm like, man, you're not impressive. That's why you're the manager and not inside the ring right now. Like, yeah, sure, he's
Tiffany
got
likes
moves,
Rush, but guess what? Tiffany likes everybody.
He's just, I know, exactly. I just want both teams to have fun. So, anyways, you know what? Once again, this is just to boost Jack Perry. And the fact that he came out by himself as a heel and the other guy had a person on the sidelines with him just kind of sort of.
She called me Bad Take Kate or she called Shane Bad Take Kate?
I have no idea.
I don't know. She's a jabroni. Oh, hey, who lost one set of tag team titles with Canada Dry? Just trying to remember.
I think it was them. I think it's Tiffany.
The Ridiculous and Tiny Tiff?
Oh, yeah, they lost.
Yeah. And then we took the other set of titles from their other jabroni tag team partners.
That's great. We totally
back to the show.
We totally took all their all right, EVP Joe, tell us what you think of the match.
I enjoyed it. It was fun. Like, I will admit I do enjoy Lio Rush against bigger guys because this whole shtick of running around the ring it's just visually better. Yeah. So like Jack Perry's just too tiny for him to be running around the ring because Jack Perry can just run around the ring too.
Yeah.
Like Tiffany, just too tiny.
Yeah.
I gotta say I didn't mind Lio Rush when he was with Bobby Lashley. I think that the large giant man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yapper. I didn't mind it.
He was perfectly annoying.
Yeah, which was perfect for him.
And it might be happening again.
Yeah, but he was literally a manager really early in his career, which is kind of embarrassing at that point. It just means you're in
the WWE, you're getting a paycheck. I don't know.
I mean, hey, they were going to turn Adam Cole into a manager.
You got to remember. You got to remember. At that time, he was dealing with Vince McMahon. Not sure.
Yeah. Well, then again, look, there was a guy named Scotty Polo. Look what he became.
Raven.
Yeah, one of the greatest wrestlers in my books.
All right, so let's go to in the back. And in America, we have good food and rodeos and monster truck shows and Natalia.
Okay. Real quick,
we have monster truck shows too, and great food.
If we're reading comments, can you put up Owen Hart fans' last comment? Now, I'm not the biggest hockey fan, but I know there's 2 or 3 here. When's the last time a Canadian team actually won the Stanley Cup?
Okay, he can kiss my ass.
I thought you were going to pull down your pants. Jeez.
I believe it was in the 1990s, wasn't it?
1993 is Montreal Canadiens.
Canadian teams are so bad at winning the Stanley Cup that our warm weather states are beating you for the Stanley Cup.
Don't make me kick you off this show.
EVP Joe, you're going to be getting a call from Helen at HR.
It's all good. Won't be the first time. Won't be the last.
I just bought the Stanley Cup at the thrift store. I'm going to show it on Sunday.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I got a big ass Stanley Cup that's got the Canucks logo on it for $8.
All right.
Can't beat that.
That's a sign.
Closest the Canucks will ever get to the cup.
Listen, Shane, I've had enough of your what I have enough of this? Like back talk or what?
Bullshit.
Shenanigans? Yeah, bullshit.
Go Flames.
All right, Jack Perry's in the back. He says something cryptic. I probably should check, your oil because you shouldn't be burning that amount of exhaust driving out of the.
I said this in the chat, and Shane responded as like, "I'm waiting for this thing to just blow up one day."
I have a feeling he paid like $200 for this thing. Just spray painted it black.
Dude, you guys remember the Bull Rat movie when he bought like that ice cream, really beat up ice cream truck? That's exactly what it is, but spray painted black.
It's very nice.
I feel like he's like, let's just ride this bus and we'll just ride it till it blows up and call it a day.
Do you know what I'm liking about Jack Perry and this spray painting the title, making your own title?
Yeah.
And you spray painted this shitty old bus.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
bullshit.
It kind of like destroys his Hollywood demeanor that he had before. Yeah. He's the son of Luke Perry. He's just turning him into an everyday guy with that, like something we would do, right? When we were younger.
Well, no, even you know what? Even more than just an everyday guy, more of a grungy guy, a dark grunge. Like not everybody's forging. It takes a certain guy to be able to actually forge, to have the balls to forge and stuff, especially in your own backyard.
Me and my good friend, we had a 1989 Thunderbird with Turkey Tuesday stickers all over it, and we had a canoe on the roof that we didn't actually ever use. And we went down Glenmore Trail with the doors open, with our feet holding the doors open. So, like,
your car must have been horrible on gas mileage. All that wind.
Oh yeah, that thing ran out of gas all the time because my friend's like, "I'm not paying for gas right now," and then we like. And then we're like walking.
I was like, "Oh, but you're gonna pay for it now, ain't you?"
Yeah. I just gotta say, I gotta try to find a screenshot later. Me and JFB in unison hit our vape, and we both looked the same way at the same time. We're both released it, coming out the same way. I couldn't believe it. While you guys were talking, I'm like, I can't believe that just happened. Like it was just unison was perfect.
All right, back to the show. Back to the show.
Hangman, we get a recap of Hangman versus Swerve. Then we go to Hangman with Renee. His head says he wants to burn all of Swerve's houses that he lives in, he's ever lived in. Okay. I mean, you burn one down. I mean, you know, I'm sure the brother diversifies. So, you know, you might have other rental properties you can always
I'm just going to say, it's not very smart of Hangman to say his plan in front of the world. Just saying.
Wouldn't it be funny if Swerve's house actually burned?
Oh, that would be horrible.
Well, he's like, this guy's an evil genius. He's like, wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be funny if Tiffany fell down the stairs?
Actually, that would be funny.
Oh, come on.
I joke.
Okay, I do.
If you're watching this on YouTube, do not, wink, wink, push Tiffany down the stairs.
Anyways, back to my notes. If you protect Swerve, I'm going to find you. I'm going to beat you. Then he tees off on some crew member and then faces off with the Dark Order. And then the sage offering and philosophy of Double J Jeff Jarrett.
The last outlaw.
And then he beats the living hell out of him. Canada Dry, your thoughts on this promo?
To me, it's like there's this Swerve thing can't be over.
No, not by a lot.
I thought it was over, but I don't think it's over now.
No.
Swerve's gonna come back with hellfire and brimstone.
Ooh.
You know, somebody said, what do they call them? The hurt business now? The Hurt
Syndicate.
Yeah.
The Hurt Syndicate. Someone said, what if Swerve comes back with the Hurt Syndicate?
That could be possible.
I mean, does he really? I mean, it would be.
No, I don't want to see it because I like what Swerve's doing now with just Prince Nana.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: you got two. Yeah, you would have two men, MVP and Nada. That would be kind of a.
I think MVP wrestles.
No.
Just
he
saying.
says he wants to wrestle, so yeah.
You know, yeah. If Jeff Jarrett can wrestle, why can't MVP?
Yeah. Yeah. Screw you, bad knee. You know that's why God gave you two.
here's my thing. Like after this whole like it makes me wonder why Hangman won at the pay-per-view. Like he's not happy, he's not satisfied, which he would be the same if he had lost this match.
Well, that's what you would thought, yeah.
Yeah.
Like as great as this character is, there needs to be a little development and a little bit of movement. You can't just stay fixated on Swerve when Swerve isn't going to be around for a little while.
Yeah.
Unless this is a way to go against Jarrett for a bit.
Yeah. Or Dark Order.
Yeah. Dark Order with Jarrett.
Yeah. We're gonna turn the Dark Order face now.
They've been face for a long time.
No, they're heels. They're heels now on ROH.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've been heels for a little while.
That's because I don't watch Ring of Honor.
Exactly.
It's hard to watch.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I haven't seen besides kind of like a couple matches that taping me and Aaron had a long time ago, I haven't seen a natural ROH since Tony Khan because I just haven't got the need to pay for Honor Club.
So this will be interesting with this new TV deal. What's going to happen to Ring of Honor?
I hope
is it going to go Max too?
I guess we'll find out.
You know what's more interesting is the whole reason why Dark and Dark Elevation went away was because of the exclusivity clause that Warner Brothers wanted.
Yeah.
But if they're going to be on Fox as well as WBD, they could very well bring that back.
Yeah.
I don't see why they would, though, if you got all these shows.
I mean, let's be honest. Like, we don't even know if WBD is keeping all 3 shows. What if they say bye-bye Rampage?
Yeah. And at the same time, this quote-unquote Shockwave, so we don't know what that is. Maybe that could be Fox's version of Rampage, or not Rampage, but the...
it could take over for
the Elevation, yeah.
No, if it's the Fox show there's rumors that it might be for Tubi or it could be on F1 or whatever.
Fox Sports 1.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see. Shane, what was your thoughts on the promo?
Sorry, now I just got confused. Which promo again?
This is the
Hangman.
Oh, yeah, Hangman. It just shows that he's starting to become more and more mentally unhinged at the moment. And that he's just too fixated now on Swerve. Even though he beat him in some sadistic ways to burn his house down. And also kind of sort of helped cost him the championship. For some reason, that's still not enough. So there's some weird, somewhere along the lines, it's not going to involve Swerve, but it's just going to be something that Grand Slam.
Nigel versus.
Does it say if it's for the title or not?
It doesn't, but I'm assuming it is. But it says if Brian is cleared to wrestle.
That's just something else we got to get into later. But
we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Let's go. Joe, what are your thoughts on the promo?
I already gave my thoughts.
All right.
I'm up before Shane.
All right, let's go to Private Party and Commander coming into the ring for their match. I guess Private Party is not in the Gauntlet match. Hey, what? Remember when you all defended Private Party and I was like, that's bull? Look who's shining now. Big shining turd right here. Anyways, so I guess the Lucha Brothers are definitely gone because the hype man is with Private Party now instead of with the Lucha Brothers. So apparently they are going to WWE.
Best of luck to you.
What's the hype man?
Alex Abrahantes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who else is with Private Party? Oh, I swear I saw other guys with them.
You're getting Top Flight mixed up with Private Party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah.
But anyways, so before the match can even start, guess who enters the ring? Moxley, Shafir, Claudio,
and Pac.
And Pac. Pac grabs the mic, to much of my chagrin. I did not expect Pac to actually grab the mic because listening to Pac cut a promo is kind of like, listening to a guy yodel with marbles in his mouth.
So who did they beat up? They beat up
all 6 of them.
All 6 of them.
Interns
and the Commander and Private Party beat them all up.
I will say before BCC came into the ring, I figured something was up because, good Lord, Private Party music was playing for an awfully long time.
No, Alex is there for Commander, not the Top Flight or Private Party.
Well, he's with someone. He's not with the Lucha Brothers.
I just know it just seemed like a bunch of guys seemed to almost be dancing at one point before BBC came on or whatever.
So like, let's dance while we wait to get beat up.
Yeah.
Pac says AEW is broken. It's a product of a festering company, and the company is theirs. Not Tony Khan's, not the Elite.
Nope.
Theirs. Canada Dry. Thoughts on the quasi second match turning into a brutal?
Yeah, I loved I guess I'm going to still call them BCC for now. Just coming in and beating the crap out of these guys.
Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff. Just like interrupting matches and just like, we're going to talk now. So get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff. I love that what Pac had to say. It wasn't very long, but it was enough to like really establish this as a dominant group.
All right, Shane.
It kind of like just this whole standpoint. It reminds me of what the Truth Commission should have been in WWF back in the day. With Callis, like when he was Cyrus or whatever, running those guys.
Yeah.
Like just that true millet. But it's just getting better and better. But I'm still confused what's going to eventually happen with the trios titles. That's not like I'm still wondering with. Yeah, I'll just leave it as that. So.
Okay.
But no,
This
was a great meeting.
Yeah. Mox is going to confront what's his name and be like, just give me your trios title.
Yeah.
Rube says, I believe we're getting Jeff Jarrett, Hangman, Grand Slam.
But he can't just take that title, though, because then remember how the Bullet Club were not allowed to keep the titles because
Are you going to tell Mox no? He's going to pull out a bag and strangle you to death.
No, not sure.
No, your thoughts on the promo?
It would be cool if CD comes up to him. He's like, hey, so about the trios titles. And Mox pulls out the plastic bags. Never mind.
Yeah, I like this promo. Like, Pac, and this isn't out of character for Pac. Pac has been complaining for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
So it makes sense why he would join up with these guys.
Yeah.
But my favorite thing out of this whole thing is while Pac is hunched down, cutting a promo, you just see Shafir have someone in a chokehold the whole time. Just in the middle of the ring, choking one of the guys out.
Yeah.
Great.
That was Commander.
Yeah, Commander.
Yeah, Commander just getting choked out.
Oh, we go to the back again. We go to the back again. We get the learning tree. They arrive in a Bentley. And he's wearing the same jacket that he wore when it was doused in orange juice.
This is George Costanza and his chocolate-stained sweater all over again.
Yeah. But I can say this. Jericho knows how to hold a grudge, and he's going to tell us what's in the backpack, which made me scream out to the TV, what's in the backpack? What's in my backpack?
I was like, it better not be the All-Atlantic Championship. It better not be resurrected.
So I did a Christmas card with I did a Christmas card with an ex-wife, and I had her hair in a present, and it was a box, and it was wrapped in wrapping paper, but I had her hair from Seven.
So you know what you can do now? You can Photoshop your new girlfriend over top of it.
There you go.
Don't do it. Create something new. It's for the best.
She would not be happy. You'd be in the doghouse.
What's in the box? Anyways, anybody want to chime in on this promo?
I was going to say, I said in our group chat after this promo, I was like, OC's wrecking this car somehow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Anybody else? Yep.
And
going
same old shtick every week right now with Jericho.
Yeah.
It was okay, but it's
it's
not top level stuff. But
at least the learning tree is veering towards the trios division now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we go to our second match.
Already stacked trios division now with heel group. Already stacked division with heel group.
So we get Ricochet versus Sammy Guevara. Here is some of my notes. It's a homecoming for Ricochet. He is from Kentucky. Trevor Mann was born in Western Kentucky, outside of Louisville, I believe. I don't know. I don't know my geography that well to sound like I'm halfway intelligent. I don't want to see Sammy Guevara in an AEW ring. Let him fly and plow away in Ring of Honor. Get him. I don't want him on TV. We're going to get a lot of flippy schnabbits. Sammy goes high, nails Ricochet. Beautiful senton off the guardrails for Ricochet. And then he axe kicked Sammy Guevara in the head. And it did not punch. He knuckled that guy down to the ground. So Ricochet wins, of course, because we got to set up Ricochet versus Ospreay. And then Mortos comes out. Why are we involving Mortos in this? It makes no
I'll
sense.
tell you why.
Well, Canada Dry, lay it on me, brother. Second match of the night.
All right, so I'll get to that part in a second. So first off, Sammy Guevara's man bun or whatever the hell it is, it looks so stupid.
Yeah.
Get rid of that
Everything
man
about him looks stupid right now. Well, he always does, but especially right now.
Like he looks like he's Tito Santana wannabe from when he was doing the bullfighting shtick. Yeah. Get rid of the man bun.
Yep.
And then don't get me wrong, this match was good.
Yeah. Match was
I
really
enjoyed this match. Sammy Guevara's spot off the top of the tunnel, great. It looked like he took a rough landing.
Yeah.
It looked like he had a lot of padding there by Ricochet. But I enjoyed this match. The reason why Morto speared him was just simply to get Sammy over.
Okay.
He comes back, fights him off. Sammy's the hero now. See, he's a good guy. And no one's gonna buy it. Like he should just be a heel. No one is buying you as a face.
Yep. I agree. Shane.
You know, it's funny how deep we're already in this show and talked about so much, but yet this was like the second match.
Yeah.
It's feeling like WWE-esque. But, you know.
Stay tuned for the third hour.
Yeah. But you know what? It was a good match. I like that. But I'm really liking that new finisher Ricochet, but like that kind of weird flip bomb thing.
Yeah.
I don't recall him ever using it in the. I could be wrong, but I don't think I've ever seen him use that version, like that move in the WWE, or very rarely. And I like it. I can't wait to see that more and more.
Okay, Matt B, you suck. Yeah, Bret Hart does have a beer. Thanks.
And he's actually got his own bar called Hitman Bar, which is a lot nicer than Hogan's trash
Hogan
bar.
have a bar? Oh, yeah, he does. He has a shitty bar.
Yeah. And they do karaoke apparently every Friday.
You're being live fact-checked. Bret Hart does have a beer and a whiskey.
Yeah. He has a whiskey and he has a beer.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan does it.
When you drink it, you feel like you can do the sharpshooter properly.
Yeah. Let's go. Oh, Joe, your thoughts on the match?
First off, Sammy Guevara needs to change his ring gear because those tights with that coat look stupid.
Yeah.
Everything about it looks stupid. Yeah.
It was a fun match. I kind of winced because like Ricochet came like this close to landing on them steel steps when he did that jump off the rail. Like he was like this close to like just destroying his kidneys.
Yeah.
So But I took, like, honestly, like, when Mortos attacked, I just took it as that's the next person for him to beat to get some wins under his belt to be able to challenge Ospreay for the international title.
Just like didn't more was MJF's comeback he faced Mortars or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Probably the exact same situation right there is more we kind of.
All right, let's go to the back. We got Renee with Okada. And he's like, it was so easy. It was an easy win for Okada. And then here comes Callis. Says, hey, you may have won, but you didn't pin Takeshita. And then, of course, Okada says, bitch, and the crowd pops. I love it. Every time he says bitch, that crowd pops. Anybody want to add anything to this?
I can't wait to see Okada and Takeshita in a match.
Yeah.
This will be good.
This could be where the Don Callis screw job happens.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, you never know.
Stop trying to make it happen, Shane.
I'm booking for Tony.
Well, we go to the ring, and Darby's coming out to the ring. He goes, I'm right here. And he starts waiting for Mox, and then just like that, Mox comes up. He says, nothing's changed between you and me. I love the fact that as he's going to the ring, he's lifting up his shirt to show that he has no weapons. Like, oh no, you carry an ankle pistol, dude.
My favorite thing was while he's doing that, all the commentators are like, no weapons, but he does have Marina Shafir who will just destroy.
Yeah, she's a walking weapon.
Here's what I find funny about. He's been walking around with Marina. Meanwhile, that's Roddy Strong's husband, or sorry, not husband, wife. He's the husband to her. Sorry, and meanwhile, Moxley's wife is back. It's just funny, kind of funny and weird. This guy, her husband's actually got his own group, but she's not paired off with him. She's running off with Moxley, which has got his wife backstage. Like, it's almost like a soap opera of its own. You can put eventually down the line.
Yeah. So, he talks about being betrayed by his heroes. He remembers wrestling Mox in a high school gym. He doesn't look up to Mox anymore. Darby won't have this match because Danielson is injured. So why don't you wrestle me and put your shot at the champion on the line? So I think we know who eventually is going to beat Danielson. It's pretty much going to be Mox. Nothing against Darby Allin, but Mox was right when he said to Darby Allin, "You're not ready. You are not ready. You weren't ready 5 years ago. You weren't ready 2 years ago. You're not ready now." I
do believe on one of our channels we talked about this.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure I mentioned that it could very well be that Mox takes the title and reforms BCC. It's just kind of happened the other way around.
Yeah. And the fact that Mox is the one that puts Daniel's career, and I think someone even said Cesaro could be even a possibility too. But either way, it's looking like it's gonna be BBC ending him.
Yep.
Would you be?
Did you say BBC?
You sure did.
The British Broadcast Network. The British.
Yes, not the other one.
Yeah.
Not the big brown chihuahua.
Yeah. So this has got some interesting tidbits in here because Jon Moxley is very calm. He's very calculated. He's holding back Marina Shafir after Darby pushes, and he's like, "Listen, Darby, I can't explain it all. I'm the same guy I always was. I can't tell you the whole plan. You don't understand it, but you will." And it's interesting. There's more to unfold here that we don't know.
He's giving just enough to piss us off to want to know.
Yes, more. Right? And that's what I loved about this promo and this interaction. Is whoa, what is going to unfold? Because it's clearly we don't have the whole picture yet.
Yeah.
No.
Anybody else want to add anything?
Look, I especially like the fact that he just asked for the title shot first. And then when he said no, you could see Mox is like, "Don't make me hurt you."
Yeah.
I'm loving more and more of the Sinister setup. That's why I just want to put in there. It's Sinister setup. It's looking better and better each moment. And it's a bunch in one show. He's literally put the pieces in there in one show. It's beautiful.
All right, let's go to Christopher Daniels in the back. Nigel interrupts the interview and says he wants to talk with Tony Khan. We'll go to our third match. It's Mariah May, the Glamour, versus Queen Amidala. Or
Amidala.
I'm a dollar, you're a dollar.
Here's a couple of my notes. Since Hayter is back, one could only assume that she'll be the number one contender at some point when she's finished with Saraya. I think it makes sense. Amidala didn't look bad. It was a quick.
I don't think it's Hayter right away here, because I don't think Tony. That I don't think that Mariah May is going to lose the title to Hayter. So no sense having Hayter lose and go back to the back of the line.
Yeah, you're right there.
I mean, it's not going to happen anytime soon.
Hayter could be the one to take the TBS title away from Monet.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
So decent win. The decent win. Champ gets the mic. Here we go again, talking about our celebration. Says something is missing, and it's Mina Shirakawa. Who wants to add anything to this discussion?
I think that's eventually a title match.
Yeah, it feels like Mina will get a title match out of this.
Yeah.
I think that this will lead to a title match. Because I don't think she's going to come back and just love on her. I think she's going to be like, I'm mad at you, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Or Mariah. She tries to hug Mariah. Mariah backstabs her like she backstabbed. Just like, oh, you're in my way too. Just like she did to Tony.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the EVPs that are in the back. They are the tag division. That's what they proclaim. They are not paper pushers. They're not pencil jockeys. Not taking meetings, writing notes, sending emails. And he's like, hey, we're having a gauntlet so we can find some new contenders. Anybody want to add anything?
Honestly, like when the Buck said we are the division, and then when you go and watch the Gauntlet match, I kind of agree with them because I was watching the match and I was like, I don't really care who wins.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else?
I'm good.
Next time. All right, here we go. We get a recap of Hayter versus Raya. Then we go to our fourth match, the Learning Tree versus the local interns from I believe it's local 152.
Yeah, interns are us.
Yes.
So what we're going to do for the flower shop, we're going to talk about our favorite toy when we were a kid.
Okay. All right. So he's wrestling with the jacket on. It's funny. Boulder is actually skin tone is the same color as Jericho's jacket. Like it's pretty orange. Just saying, brother, man. Listen, Boulder, here's my best advice. Spray tans don't look good. They make you look like an orange crumpet. That's all I'm saying. So of course, the Learning Tree gets the win. We're gonna see what's in the backpack. It's a picture of the best friends all together. He talks about his Sergio Giorgini original suit that cost him $7,000. He keeps talking about he wants his money. All I can think of is the JG Wentworth commercials. I have a settlement and I need cash now. Call 1-800-86 cash now.
What would be perfect is if the Bad Apple was singing that.
Oh yeah, that would have been hilarious. Orange Cassidy appears on the screen. He dumps a shitload of pennies, and he puts $1 in there and takes some change. I thought it was pretty humorous. Anybody else want to add anything?
I was worried that they were gonna wreck this car like really badly with them. I'm like, how much is this spot costing them? But I don't think there's too much damage done with a bunch of quarters and nickels.
It could be buffed.
Real little scratches. It's.
I mean, the realism is it's probably not a real Bentley. It's probably a kid.
There's one thing I wanted to say though.
Or they're not real quarters; they're plastic.
Because No. That was real change because you could hear it. That wasn't sound. But I can tell you this: that model Bentley that Jericho was driving is well over $120,000.
They could have put some 3M plastic filament though over it and stuff for that could have prevented some scratches. But there's one thing I really want to say, which I found was funny. That promo with Jericho say, "You should wear mine now. There is no friends in this business and stuff, but you can't trust over." Meanwhile, he's got Big Bill and what's his nut just sitting in there looking at him, shaking their heads to that. I'm like,
no,
Big Bill was like, wait a second.
No, not Big
There's
Bill.
No friends in this business.
Big Bill had looked like he was getting ready to turn on Jericho.
You might be right,
and if you're not a friend, you're being used.
Yeah, that's so funny how he says that as he's got two men standing right there behind him. So, but that's all I wanted to say. I almost forgot that point, but yeah.
So let's go to Nigel in the ring. Thinks Danielson should wrestle a Grand Slam, and then we have a match at Grand Slam. It is going to be Nigel McGuinness, otherwise known as the carrier of hepatitis C.
Oh, whoa, bad luck. Swim away. The joke is Mox looks like Mr. Clean.
Oh, yeah, I get that. Also, I've had people say I look like Mr. I even dressed up as Mr. Clean.
That was a joke. They had the pictures, Mox and Cesaro stand by side with Mr. Clean right in the middle of them, and they're both wearing the white shirts. That was the meme going around.
I smell a T-shirt coming. Anyways, so who wants to add anything to this?
I can't wait to see this match. It's going to be a banger.
It's not. I'm sorry. He hasn't wrestled in well over a decade.
Yeah,
what do you mean? He wrestled at All In.
But hey,
he looked good at All In?
Yeah, he was slow. He was slow.
I thought he looked good for what it was.
Okay, look. It is a difference between being in a multi-man match where it's chaotic and in a one-on-one match with Bryan Danielson.
And you can get blown up.
Make him look good.
Exactly. You're talking about one of the best wrestlers to ever lace him up. If Bret Hart can make Tom McGee look good, then
that's the thing. Daniel Bryan can slow things down. But here's what I find the whole funny thing. So the whole basis of the Mox versus Darby thing for the title match is supposed to be because Daniel Bryan's not going to be showing up at Grand Slam.
Yeah.
But now you're created a match after. So that's a match on its own. But now you're creating a new match.
It's actually brilliant if that's me. Because it's like, if Bryan accepts and he's cleared.
Yeah.
So maybe, you know what happens? He accepts, but he's not cleared. So that maybe what happened, and it turns into a feature match outside of Grand Slam. I don't know. I just kind of find a contradiction there.
I find these two matches much better than Darby and
Danielson.
Bryan Danielson.
Oh, Darby, yeah.
I think they could have a banger down the road, though.
I still think we're going to get Darby and Danielson later in the year.
That's absolutely. But I think we are all looking through rose-colored glasses when we remember 12, 14 years ago when Danielson and Nigel
as Tiffany Trim is probably as well because glasses on right now.
I mean,
so happy she cried.
I mean, I think we're looking through rose-colored glasses. I think we're trying to remember 14 years ago when Danielson and Nigel McGuinness put on banger after banger after banger matches.
You know, but I just love it because this is a year's worth of commentating, talking shit about Danielson.
Yeah, I know. That's what built it.
That's why I like it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's going to be a good match, but it's not going to be a banger.
Here's the thing, though. Christian and Edge have been away from the ring for a really long period of time because of injury. And both, Christian right now is on a tear. And Edge was on a semi-tear after his return from Raw. It's possible. I mean, those guys are much older than Nigel, I believe, too.
Yeah,
so.
But Nigel in his prime,
no. But he's him wearing that golf. I knew something was up for a match when he just shows up in that golf shirt and not hiding it. He's not wearing a sport coat like he would usually on TV and stuff. He's showing off his physique for once. It's like, whoa.
So let me just say this. just because you're older and you haven't been in the ring for a while, and just because you have hepatitis C, doesn't mean you can't have a good match.
Hey.
Knowledge is power.
Hey, let's never forget
Get your hepatitis C checked.
Hey, the great Kenny Powers fell from grace. Didn't look like he was ever going to pitch again. Ended up back in the majors one day.
Just like you. Just like you.
Just like me.
Oh, God. Anyways, let's go to Hook, who apparently is homeless and living in the dump. We go to the EVPs. They come out. And we go to our main event, match number 5, the Gauntlet match. Here we go. First coming out, FTR. Number 2, Ospreay and Fletcher. Great action. The Righteous come out after that. Undisputed Kingdom of Taven and Bennett. The Acclaimed, Mansoor, and who's the other guy?
Mace.
Yeah.
Madden
Mason Mansoor. Okay.
Not it.
And then we get Top Flight. We get the Outrunners, which got a huge pop. They are so over right now.
So Molly was over at this point, and Molly goes, "What the hell is that?"
And we get the Grizzled Young Veterans. Great action. Lots of high spots. All I'm going to say is this. Dante versus Ospreay is something I want to see. Dante versus Fletcher is something I want to see. I want to see these two go at it one-on-one. The winner, of course, is going to be Ospreay and Fletcher. They are going on at Grand Slam to compete for the tag belts against the Young Bucks, your EVPs. Canada Drive, 5th match of the night. Go for it.
You know, for a moment there, we thought the Outrunners. Who would that be? The They're jumping up. I think that would have been a cool booking job.
Yeah.
And like the EVPs are disgusted. Like that would have been so cool. They're jumping up and down. I was like, but anyways, what I liked was FTR and the Grizzled Young Vets just fighting it out, and they're so pissed at each other that they eliminated themselves essentially.
Screw the title match. Let's just kill each other.
Yeah, and I like that they're keeping FTR away from the titles for a bit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And the Grizzled Young Vets.
Yeah. So the Grizzled Young Vets, FTR. Notice Acclaimed wasn't in this.
Yeah. No, they were. They had stupid amount of spot. They looked like they were almost going to win it at one point. I was like, no. Don't you dare.
All right, let's go to Shane.
Action-filled match. Here's one thing I'm certainly don't dislike about some of the AEW entrance music. Grizzled Young Fence, some reason at first, the beginning, like just the countdown style sound to it, just reminds me of so many other entrances. Like at first, I'm like, Christian Cage's team's coming out at first. Like literally, it just kind of confused me for a second. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh no, it's Grizzled. No, I saw the Titan. I heard more of the entrance. They gotta kind of change up the beginning. Since Lance Archer's kind of got that weird beginning too. That it's just too much similarities to some of the entrance music or whatever. But some of the spots are great. I don't like that freaking. You could tell they were going to do the catch spots. All of a sudden, you start to see the guys lined up, but then the cameras quickly turned away, and they're sure enough set up for that. I can't remember who the two guys that did the suplex on top. I'm like, oh, I just hate those catch spots. Those catch spots just piss me off. I'm glad at least the camera tried to zoom out, but you can still see it was enough of the camera to see them.
Suicidas, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Joe.
Good match, though, regardless, though.
So this match was good, but for me, this is a damning indictment on the tag team division.
Yeah.
Because look who won.
Yeah.
Not a tag team.
Yeah.
And then no Dark Order. I mean, not Dark Order. No. Who are the other guys with the trios?
House of Black.
House of Black in this? Like, come on.
Yeah.
They have the tag teams.
The tag team, it just needs a refocus.
Yeah,
and,
like
serious.
You have the
TLC
tag
to it.
teams, but because of trios,
And
it
they're not even
waters
doing
down
the
the tag
trios.
teams.
It's like Tony Khan is like, I don't even care about tag team wrestling at the moment.
Yeah.
Because the trios division isn't all that better at the moment either.
Yeah, like because you have 2 trios belts, and like because of this, you're watering down both tag team divisions in ROH and.
Yep.
But yeah, it was a fun match. I still love that Ospreay hits the hidden blade and then acts all surprised like they won. Like, dude, that's like the most over finisher in the company right now.
Yeah.
Of course you're winning.
But
I'll tell you, I will say this though: for the next couple of these, Ospreay shouldn't be in it.
Yeah.
Because it's getting very predictable that this man is Mr. Gauntlet.
Well, you know what? The other thing that we got to mention is that you can't be pushing this Gauntlet match so much. Like you got to
yeah.
This should be the last one for a couple months.
Like
Yeah.
they found a new cool formula, but come on, you can't be.
You know what? Yeah, you know what? Bring back to like the ladder match with the ring or the casino battle royal. I like their battle royal.
But you got to mix it up with some of these gimmicks. You just can't just.
They haven't used the casino battle royal in a long time either, and that was fun battle royal system, like semi-royal rumble-ish, but not quite. Like you brought up waves of guys.
Yeah.
You know what they should do? They should do the Gauntlet match here, like in September, and then do it if they keep actual Grand Slam as a pay-per-view in February, do one there. Have them like 6 months apart.
Yeah.
So you don't overdo this.
Yep.
Because I love this concept. I don't know if I like it as a tag team. I think I like it more as singles. But yeah.
Okay.
It's time for the flower shop, right?
Yeah, it is time to go to the flower shop. Really quickly, favorite match, favorite segment, number of bells, and your favorite toy growing up as a kid. Canada, you're not going first.
But let's quickly say where this is from.
ProWrestlingTees.com/Adrian Adonis.
Pick up your Adrian Adonis gear now.
Yeah, get it now. Anyway, so let's go with Showtime Shane.
I'm going to have to just say the Gauntlet match because it doesn't seem like the rest of the matches are mostly squash matches for the most part.
Yeah.
What's your favorite segment?
Favorites. See, there was a lot of great dark segments because also I was going to say, Christian was going to be my favorite segment. And then the Mox one later would like, I'm still going to have to go back to the Christian one. That one. Favorite toy growing up. God, I had Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters.
Yeah, big one toy, not one brand.
No, because that's what I'm saying. It's so hard. I guess as much as I don't like the Man of Stable, like I guess the original Hulk Hogan rubber LJF figure.
Like, see how far you can pull them.
I never really pulled it apart much, but yeah, I had quite a few. But Hulk Hogan was the main one out of that set, and I did have the ring, except my freaking sister had decided to take the scissors and cut right through all the ropes at one time.
Right, yeah.
I'm gonna have to give it. See, it's weird because it wasn't really a lot of great matches, but it was explosive. I'll still give it a 4 just because the promos really were deep.
Wow. All right. Let's go to Joe.
Okay. My favorite match is, of course, the main event, the Gauntlet tag team match.
Yeah.
Promo, that cold opening from Mox was.
Yeah, I was.
Love that. I'm giving this, my rating is 3.75. And then my favorite toys to play with as a kid is the little green soldiers.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had so many of them. Like, I literally had green and tan, so I just make them 2 different
and he grows up to be a soldier. Imagine that.
Marine. Don't get it twisted. I'm a Marine, not a soldier.
Yeah, Marine's a soldier, is he not?
No, there's a difference.
They don't count as a soldier?
There's a difference between a soldier and a Marine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Soldier is Army. A Marine is a Marine.
Yep.
I'm going to have a bunch of Marines coming after me now because I'm a Marine.
All right. My turn. So favorite match was the Gauntlet match. Obviously, it was great mayhem, but it was controlled chaos. Favorite segment, the cold open. I'm just gonna copy Joe. The cold open with Moxley was fantastic. I'm gonna give it 3.5 bells. It was a really, really good show. It could have been a great show, but it was a really, really good show. I think 3.5 is perfect. My favorite toy growing up, I had the original big G.I. Joes. The big
nice.
The big dolls. You still had those. Cool. Yeah.
But
how old are you?
I'm 52. But my all-time favorite is the Bionic Man, where you can look through the back of his head and see out his bionic eyes.
Oh, those would be cool to have today.
Yeah. So, all right, Canada Dry, your turn, my friend.
Bob, what's the highest bid?
3.75.
4.
I gave it a 4.
Son of a.
What, 401? Okay.
I'm going to go 401, Bob.
4.1.
4.1. My favorite match of the night is Ricochet and Sammy Guevara. This thing was the most entertaining. Say what you want about Sammy Guevara, he can still deliver a good match.
Yeah.
The guy's got some talent. There was looking at like a mirror at some point with these guys flipping around. And my favorite segment of the night is with Mox and Darby Allin.
Yeah.
When they got in there, and Mox is saying, "We can't tell you everything yet, but there's something coming. Don't worry, trust me." I was like, "Oh." And my favorite toy is a toy. When I was a kid, I found in a pile of credit cards. It was the Megatron gun. And someone had used it for a robbery of some sorts.
Oh my God.
It found this Megatron gun in a pile of credit cards. And me being a kid, I'm like, I'm not reporting this to police. I want Megatron.
You could have grabbed some credit cards. No kidding.
Well, no, I'm a kid. I just want the Megatron. So.
All right. That's the end of our show. All the links are down below. You can click on them, clickety-clack. Want to get a shirt? Go to prowrestlingtees.com/Evan Wrestling. On behalf of Canada Dry, on behalf of Showtime Shane, on behalf of EVP Joe, I am the JFB.
And our average is 3.8.
3.8. Ooh-ah.
And on that note, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you can be reminded every time we have a podcast. So sometimes in life, you get knocked down. You get knocked further down than you thought you were going. And the important thing is that sometimes when you're down, you're meant to go back up. And when you go back up, you can go back higher than you were before, because just like a trampoline, we're made to be bouncy, bouncy, baby. So raise your fist in the air and say it with me. Just keep fighting.
This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.